Hello, everybody. Welcome to Facts and the Uncomfortable Truth. This is your man, Bernard S. Thank you guys for coming. It's been a long time coming, like Otis Redding says, right? So, glad I can make you guys smile. Glad you're, enjoying this Saturday with me with this introduction of this channel slash show. It's going to be some of everything. I'm Bernard Sherrod is my real name. I think you should know things like that. So Bernard S is just for short. So you know who you're dealing with, and we don't have any strange things going on. So here we go. On this channel, what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about content and things that most of the news does not talk about. We're going to talk about things that are meaningful. We're going to talk about things that can help each other instead of bashing each other. To me, and we all need to understand YouTube channels are just opinions, but to me, it's a lot easier to bash and to coattail and ride people's coattails. But what we're going to do here is we're going to do something different. We're going to have exclusive interviews with actually other content creators that you might already know, so you can also get to know them. Now, they might not give you the full name like I did, but I'm no problem. I have no problem with that because what you find out real quick in YouTube is that people can find out who you are regardless. So you might as well just be real upfront and be who you are. And you can only be you. Why? Because everybody else is already taken. So with that being said, what we're also going to do is, we're going to learn, laugh, and grow. So I will be reading a few things, and I have a few things to read about. And what I found out is that a lot of us we're all searching for something, but first you have to realize what you're searching for. So once you figure that out, and once you figure out who you are, it's easier for you to be yourself and to help others and not think that everybody's a burden because people can become a burden when you don't know yourself. And you know why? That's because everything begins to irritate you. And that's because you have not spent time with yourself. So I've been getting compliments on this setup. I appreciate it. So I just tried to do something that would kind of match. So I know I'm gonna hear about that. And to everybody that is in the chat, I saw Uncle Stu here earlier. I see some other people here, and just like OG says, salute. So, I would like to thank everybody again for coming out. And this is just pretty much a pilot of to what's to come and the subjects we will have. Now, we will also have different series, such as we will have like movie nights or what I would call it, the movie and TV shows that made you. So we will have nights like that. It's still an uncomfortable truth. You see what I'm saying? Because it's a fact that that movie has changed your life some way, some way or some form. And we're also going to do music. We're going to talk about the music that changed your life, the music you listen to, the things that we don't usually think about. So we're going to have different series, and then I don't really want to call it a documentary series. We might, but we're also going to be doing interviews of business owners. No telling who's going to be up here. Is going to be quite interesting to see who that is and who is that going to be. And once we get that rolling, we are going to, see some things that we probably have not seen before. As you can see, I'm coming with a certain type of style, and that's something that I wanted to do. I will have my dress down days, so I do not feel like anybody that I interview, you have to dress up or do anything like that. I need you to be 100% you so the audience can, 100% enjoy you. And if that's the case, that's what we're doing. So, with that being said, I really appreciate you guys coming out. I mean, this is like really the bomb. I really, really like it, enjoying everybody. Um, and let me read the chat a little bit. Suzette speaks. How you doing, sis? Blind guy, his wife, their life. How you doing? Uncle Stu, like I said, and the world class. And that's what we're gonna have over here. We're gonna have world class content over here. And so with us talking about that, guys, this is what's important because what comes out of our mouths, we're changing people's lives. So that's why I will not take this lightly, what I'm doing or what we're doing, and the people you see in the chat. All these people you see in the chat, for those that are watching, they are content creators and they make differences in people's lives every day. So as you can see, this is what we got going. So and world class already got Joe suited up. Here he go. Anyway, so so that's what we got going on over here. And like I said, this was actually this idea. If you read the script description under the YouTube, that was actually written by my daughter, who's also like an English major, and then I have my other cousin. She's a journalist who has worked for PBS, so I have them behind the scenes, you know. Helping me write stuff because I just be like, nope, like, that does not sound right. Sounds like Ebonics. No, we can't be doing that, right? How you gonna be dressed like this and sounding something different, right? So, and that's another thing I want to get into. So, I'm here to also protect the content creators that are already out here, and for some of you to understand, this is part of facts and the uncomfortable truth. In some situations, you have to understand the information is good, but it might not be the way you want to hear it. It might be a little bit of, profanity in there. It does not mean that the content is not good, So, we as a people, we have to get past that. And, and once we get past that, you can take the truth out of what you thought was so harsh to say. So let's remember to do that. Let's remember to be there for each other. And we're always going to have different opinions, even as content creators. But at the end of the day, what I believe and what I know to believe from the different content creators that I know, we can all get along. We can all love each other all in one. And also in our culture, we have a lot of work to do, and we and the content creators you see in this chat, I'm going to keep talking them up. This is part of our job. This is what me and the world class and Bit Might Drop and some other people, Sir Hill Speaks, everybody's been saying the word lately, the V word, village. This is a village. This is what this is. This is why my grandson, my two grandsons and my godsons are over here, because we're part of the village, because the parents had something else to do and the other grandparents might not be able to do it. That's a village. That's what raises children. That's what raised us at some point in our lives. So with that being so important, I look at us as content creators in our culture and in the Black community specifically, because I can talk to you guys. So we hope all of us content creators, right? What we do is, I look at us like Voltron. Everybody has a part of the body to make for Voltron: the arm, the legs, the head, and the brain. It's I mean, we can get into the hippocampus. We're going to get into all of that when it comes to the brain, and that's when I'm sure you'll probably see a few of these guys, this young lady and the other people that are watching in the chat up here, because we're going to talk about that. Sir Hill Speaks talks about it. Me and him both kind of read the same books, a parallel, same as Uncle Stu. With Jordan Peterson as what's the word, Uncle Stu? I guess as rational as he is, because he likes Russian art. He's one of the greatest psychologists there is. He doesn't bite his tongue. And lo and behold, how I found out about him was Kevin Samuels kept mentioning him, and I started watching him, and I was like, oh my God, I want all his books. And then me and Uncle Stu met, and then Intentional Millionaire, and and Blind got his wife, Corey and Laquita, So like minds think alike. We all know what the issue is. We can talk about that. And so what I've been seeing and what we have to stop doing is we got to stop arguing about who's right and talk about what's right. It's a big difference. It's not about who's right, it's about what's right. And leading into that, you can never, and let me say this stressfully, you can never be wrong doing something right. You just can't. It's the right thing to do. You can never be wrong doing something right. And for most of us, it's just too easy to go left. Why? Because you already have something else going on in your mind. All you needed was something to trigger it. And when it triggers it, you're like, oh, and then that just adds to everything you've been through or what you're going through that week or that month or in your relationships. And we're going to get into that too. So I'm not going to really be talking you guys to death, but what I will be saying is that relationships, this is it in a nutshell. You have a relationship with everything in your life. But I will leave you with this, and I will say this. And before I leave you with what I was going to say, you have a relationship how you get up out of the bed, how you how you walk in your bathroom, how you grab your toothbrush, how you get your coffee. You have a relationship, and it's something that for some reason we have mastered our physical relationships but not our inward relationships. And you have to remember, you think it, you feel it, then you do it. Let's go through that again. You think it, you feel it, and then it's action. It comes to fruition physically. So just like some of us pray to a God that's invisible, you pray to the invisible and believe in the invisible for it to become physical. Not dropping the word. Nobody's trying to do all that. Don't be talking about no collection plate. Stop, y'all. Anyway, so these are the things, and this is how I think, and this is why I wanted to do an introduction of this. This is why I waited so long because I was also able to connect and see what I didn't want to do on my channel. It's easy to do what everybody else is doing, and I would really like to give a big shout out to my wife who pretty much just gave me the whole guest room as a studio. So this is the end result of that because this TV right here used to be in the movie room, and Michael right here, he was just chilling. So was Jimmy. So I was like, okay, we could do something with them. But getting back on subject with relationships, we have to realize how important they are, and from the people we have lost in the last week or so, and the people we're going to continue to lose. We have to leave a stamp. We're leaving a digital footprint as we speak. It's very important what comes out of our mouth because once it comes out, you cannot take it back. It's very important. So, you know, what I like to always do on my channel, I will always like for you to leave better than you came or thinking different than the way you came in because we all have something to say. And it doesn't mean because I didn't think of it or you didn't think of it that it doesn't mean nothing to me. That's where change comes in, and change is inevitable. So, back to relationships, you know, being with this beautiful relationship with this young lady that I have that I love so much. This is the reason why I did this today, and this is how I will end it. Um, it's three people's birthday today. My wife's mother, if she was still living, my best friend who was my best man, and I really also what sparked me to do this on this date also was my baby girl's birthday today. Happy birthday, baby! She turned 24 today. I'm very proud of her. She gets her master's next week, and then she's going looking at working on her doctorate. Uncle Stu and other people, Mandrill and other people who are in the service, she's looking in to go in into to the service as an officer. That's one of her things. So, I do things strategically. I have this color orange strategically because I want you to have a warm feeling. I want you to, I mean, for those that are content creators and other people that are watching, colors have a wear on you. It's just like um, every food thing has like a red in it. So, but that being said, with my daughter's birthday today, and some people that I really do love, I really do appreciate everybody who came through. And you know what? World class Uncle Stu, Suzette speaks. You're right. It's not that hard. You just got to put in the work. And that's one of the things that, because I write every day. And one of the things I wrote, um, is that if, let me see if I can find it. So, so here it is. This is what I wrote one day this week. It goes, it's about what you are doing when no one can see you. So then when they do see you, they don't have to question what you have been doing. I'm just saying. I relate that to Michael Jordan and Kobe. 1,000 basketball shots where nobody was looking, but you knew what they were doing when it came to game time. So for those, again, it's about what you are doing when no one can see you or know what you're doing. So when they do see you, they don't have to question what you have been doing. Think about that for a minute. Let it settle. Let it get with you. And I'll say it like this, and like I've said it on other panels. Everything I've been through, everywhere I've been, every feeling that I felt, emotion, it was for you. Everything, every school, every book that I've read, it was for me to meet you, to help you. And I'm a servant all the time, but a leader when I need to be. And, you know, with that, that's how I stay humble with people like this that I have in my life that are here in the chat. I really appreciate you guys. Peace, love, God bless, and to whoever you pray to, I thank you guys for coming by. See you around. Thank you. Mhm.